One Piece manga chapter 1111. I was wrong. I said the Straw Hats aren't making it out of this one. Looks like it's going south, and I guess I was wrong. Wow. So last chapter, we left off with Luffy getting saved from the mouth of St. Peter. Sanji's taking Vegapunk's corpse to the Giant's ship. Frankie is on his way with Bonnie to the Giant's ship. Nami, Usopp, Brook, not Robin, Chopper maybe, are on the Thousand Sunny up above. Zoro was fighting Lucci, and Jinbei is on his way to get him. Last chapter I said we really didn't see much from two people, Big Bird and Big Boar Workery, but now we're actually seeing a little bit of action, and I stand by what I said. Saturn sucks. So I thought Big Bird just crashed into the lava phase barrier and blew up, but it actually seems like he made it through unscathed. Enters there, and right at that point in time, Jinbei makes eye contact and is like, what is that thing? Comments on the amount of haki that it possesses, which is insane. So I'm guessing that the five elders have exceptionally strong Conqueror's haki. So Jinbei comes up to Zoro and he's like, yo, Zoro, we gotta bounce. We don't have time for this. Zoro, the swordsman he is, the fighter he is like, no, I can't leave. I didn't finish off Lucci. Lucci's standing there like actually kind of like GOAT status. He's got slash marks on him and he's like, I'm all right. And he just lets out this huge growl. But as I told y'all, my boy Jinbei is not playing. He's like, yeah, that sounds cool, but like we still don't have time for this. Grabs Zoro, hits Lucci with a 5,000 brick chop, hits him with some fishman karate and skedaddles out of there, okay? Big Bird shows up to Lucci and Big Bird's like, yo, I need all the information. And Lucci, somebody who looks like he doesn't take orders from anybody, starts spilling all the beans. He's like, we've got 58 agents here, and we've got Kaku over here, and there's Jinbei and Zoro that just escaped, and Straw Hats down here, and this and that. Like, I'm spilling all of the beans. Everything. Lets them know every single thing that's happening. And then we see Lucci, who actually has a heart. And he's like, please, you have to save my partner, Kaku. Please spare his life. And I'm going to be honest, this is probably one of the coldest lines I've heard in a while in One Piece. But I feel like I've heard it before. Good old Elder Big Bird is like, one does not attempt to step on insects. It just happens. I can't promise his safety. And flies off. Now, with this, I've got a couple of hypotheses. I think Kaku might die. And Lucci might just defect. He might pull a smoker and see that, like, oh, parts of the government are corrupt. Maybe we can work with pirates. So then Lucci maybe defects. And it's like, you know what, I'm done. And then here's my second option. Kaku survives and Lucci saves Kaku. And then from that, we have two branching ideas, two branching paths. The first path, Lucci and Kaku both survive and they both defect. And it's like, yeah, forget the world government. Or they both survive and then Lucci and Kaku are like, yeah, we still love the government. We're like dogs. We do whatever they say. Those are my thoughts. Luffy meets up with Dorian Broggy and he's like, oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen you both. It's been 2 years. Which, truthfully, after everything that's been happening in One Piece, you do forget that it's been only 2 years since a lot of this stuff has been happening. It's been a crazy 2 years. Gotta crack my finger. Workery's like, oh no, it's giants. Dorian and Broggy are like, yeah, we would love to fight y'all, but we gotta bounce. We don't have time for that. That's not the reason we came. We came because we saw that our boy Luffy was going through it. We read it in the papers, which is insane how they were able to read it in the papers and it got there so fast. It makes you think, oh, they must have been on Elbath, and Elbath must be relatively close to Egghead Island. This is one thing I do love Oda for, is he'll just randomly throw in a map of where everyone's at and what everyone's doing and the goal. So this is what we get. And it reminded me of Sabaody, how they were like, we gotta get back to the ship. And everyone was trying to run to the ship, but no one made it back. Not the second arc, the first time they were at Sabaody. Now return. So yeah, let's just take a look at this map. I'm probably gonna put it up. So as you can see, it shows where Luffy is. Luffy's here. Sanji and Vegapunk are there. Bonnie and Frankie are a little ahead of Sanji and Vegapunk. So Luffy is the one who's the farthest behind. And they're all trying to make it to the Elbath ship. Nami and Usopp are up above in the lava phase. So Dory and Broggy blow the horn, letting all of their giant comrades know that we got what we need Everyone fall back. All the giants are like, all right, time for a strategic retreat. And they start skedaddling back to the Elbaf ship. Of course, Mercury and Saturn aren't going to let that slide. So Mercury lets out this boar scream that actually blows characteristics, blows attributes off of Luffy. I mean, he's in absolute cartoon mode. We've seen Luffy have his eyes bulge out of his head, or his eyes fall out of his head, or things like that. It was a Conqueror's Haki infused scream. It blew the scar that he got at Marineford from Ace's death off of his chest. I mean, the whole thing blew off his chest. And Broggy looks at him and he's like, what is going on? To the next panel, and Dory and Broggy are like, yo, you got some crazy body, man. That's a funny body. And we see Oda literally took the time to show Luffy putting his whatever came off of him back onto himself. So he's like sticking the parts of his, like the scar from his chest, he's like putting it back, and it says this sound effect. He's putting it back, like puts the scar. I'm like, what? Mercury and Saturn are like, do you know who this guy is? You're helping somebody random. And Dory and Broggy are like, nah, that's a friend. So Saturn, hate this clown, is like, I gotta take him out before you call him something else. I'm thinking he's scared they're gonna call him Joy Boy or Sun God Nika. I don't believe that Luffy knows he's Nika yet. I don't believe he knows, right? Because I think Bonnie said something. He's like, what are you talking about, right? So Big Boar is on the assault, and I'm telling you, I don't think that they have a lot of attacks up their sleeve. Big Boar just starts flipping at them, literally just like spinning at them. No specific attacks. I think Nushiro is the only one who's got actual attacks. Mercury's just like flying at him, basically. And Dory and Broggy uppercut him with their shields. Sends the dude flying backwards. So Saturn's like, don't worry, I got this. And you know how I feel about Saturn. He sucks. Bad. Saturn does some stupid stuff. Starts spitting poison. I mean, just spits poison at Luffy. Luffy reaches over in cartoon fashion, grabs a tree out of the ground, unearths it, and starts chomping at it with his teeth. I mean, grabs that thing like it's corn on the cob and just like, and carves it into a baseball bat. I don't know why I'm looking over here. Y'all are over here. Turns it into a baseball bat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he just coated the baseball bat with Haki. We've never seen Luffy coat a weapon in Haki. But he just painted it black. Don't know where he got the paintbrush from, but paints it black and it says 56 on it. Puts on a cap that also is black and says 56 on it. Home runs. Hits all of the poison balls, poison whatever's back. And they must not have been poison coated anything. He must have shot miniature tailed beast bombs from Naruto at them, because the way he hits them back, as soon as they reach the destination, I mean, as soon as they hit them, they explode. Nuclear explosion. What? Luffy freaks out. He's like, oh my gosh, they exploded. And then Dory and Broggy are like, all right, cool, that works for us. Luffy's like, no, it doesn't. They don't die. They're actually immortal. So they start running and they're like, oh my gosh, how are they immortal? We don't have time for this. We gotta skedaddle, right? They start kicking it, and then a bunch of random Marine soldiers or whatever stop Jewelry Bonnet, and they're like, yo, you're not getting on that ship, okay? Not on our watch. It cuts to Sanji running, and I'm thinking Sanji is about to show up and beat the crap out of everybody. But then we show the next page, we cut back to Kizaru. Fucking big geezer status. He's done, fed up, over. He's like, I'm way too old for this. My gray hairs are showing. This is not what I wanted to be here for. And they're like, Kizaru, are you hurt? Kizaru, please, are you hurt? Let us help you. Am I hurt? Yeah, I'm hurt deeply. I just need to rest. I believe two chapters have passed, and he is still in this position. Now, unfortunately, I already used that as a thumbnail 2 videos back, I believe. I can't do it again, but I would milk the mess out of it if I could, bro. Kizaru is actually done. And I said it as a passing joke, like, oh no, Kizaru's just fed up, bro. He doesn't want to go through this again. But he's actually in pain. Like, I don't know if you can see this, if it's like, you know, focused or not, but Kizaru is actually in pain. He's like, oh, I'm deeply hurt. But that's not the craziest thing here. So big old robot that I believe they talked about way earlier when they first got to Egghead awakens. Huge robot. I'm talking Iron Giant sized robot. They said, oh my gosh, something even larger than the giants has just awakened, and it's walking around on the island. It's standing through the flames, not taking any damage. Not taking any damage at all. And they're like, it's groaning and moaning and grunting about something, and then the words that this robot says is, sorry, Joy Boy. And that's where the chapter leaves off at. But that's not where I leave off at. We still want to hear the message Vegapunk is going to say. Lucci told us 6 minutes, and then the message will resume. I'm excited. I want to know what Vegapunk is about to say. And no one knows. He could literally just say something whack. Be like, peanut butter and jelly go great together. I'm excited. I'm really excited to hear what's about to go down, what's about to happen, man. Stay tuned. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to create a video where I want to talk about something a little serious. Just with this channel and what it is that I want from it and things I want to stay far away from and I don't even want to touch. And I guess some of my reasons for starting this channel too, because I feel like I'm gaining some traction. I'm getting more views, more individuals are commenting, some people are subscribing, and then it's making me feel really good. So if this is something that I do want to continue to pursue, I want to explain to you all why I chose to do this. What made me do this? What made me buy this? Like, this isn't regular equipment that people just have. You see behind me, I'm going to do a setup tour as well, but just so you see, I've got some hefty stuff back here. I've got an Audio-Technica microphone, mic boom arm, 2 monitors, obviously OBS. I have an Elgato, which you can't really see, an Elgato 4KX that's behind my keyboard, Stream Deck, Xbox Series X, PC. Like, I've got stuff that I could be doing stuff with this. So I want you all to know why I do these things. And that video is going to be coming out soon. I just want to make sure that I'm expressing the proper information to you all. But anyways, go ahead and say it with me, y'all. It's your boy UnYieldinSpirit. It's been a pleasure that you chose me in this video and that you watched it all the way through. I love each and every one of you all. Remember, you all matter. And I'll go ahead and I'll see y'all in the next video. Whatever video that may be. Truthfully, I have no clue what next video I want to pursue. Hey, I surprised y'all with the Sunday video about the new manga chapter that came out. Usually it comes out like Thursday or Friday. I'm trying to be a little bit more soon with this stuff. I'm trying to be a little bit more timely with this stuff. Oh well. It's your boy Yield, man. I'm out of here. I'll see each and every one of y'all. I got all the hate now. I want all the love. Yeah, I want all the above. I just want the bag and I want all the above. Stuff I never had. I want all the above. All the good, all the bad. I want all the above. Trying to be like my dad. I want all the above. All the above.